Melbourne Cricket Ground, the final quarter about to commence now, with Richmond holding sway over Collingwood by only 9 points. So a hectic final term coming up.
Kick smothering the ball and comes off the hands of Kink towards Williams. A high kick forward. The chance of a goal coming up as we find Irwin giving the hand pass across, and Billy Picken puts it right through the centre. So it's only 3 points the margin between the teams. An elated Collingwood quartet. Irwin giving that hand pass across to Picken, who appears to be at centre half forward.
You don't get many quicker goals than that. 20 seconds after the ball was put down, Picken popped it through for a goal. So I said we're in for a hectic final term, and if that pattern continues, I'll certainly be correct.
A nice tap from the ruck by the big fellow Atkin on that occasion. And very quickly, Emmett Dunn goes down onto Peter Moore, down in the virtual full forward position. Full back for Emmett Dunn, and Mark Lee back in the ruck.
And a new football coming out of this. Someone in the crowd has souvenired a football. They might souvenir something else if they get caught. But the ball back with umpire Kevin Smith. Only 1 minute is gone now, the final term, and the scores. 3 points the difference in Richmond's favour. Malthouse in trouble. Hand pass to Range. He's in trouble also. Hand passes back to Wood. He's also in trouble. And eventually Tempney got the kick moving down to the half-forward line. There's a chance for Richmond now. Smith picks up. You can see Cloak by himself. He takes the mark on the half-forward flank, nearly down to the pocket position. David Cloak should move it quickly into Roach, who's in the goal square, but Magro's crept up on the mark, holding up play. The kick from Cloak going very high. Roach is coming out. Can he get to the flight of it? Yes, he's taken the mark. Well, 15 to 20 metres out. Roach going for this goal. Hasn't yet kicked a goal. The leading goal kicker in Victorian Football League hasn't yet kicked a goal today. Was playing most of the first half at centre half forward. He has kicked 2 points out of the Richmond total of 9-16. He's hopeful to make it 10-16, of course. Richmond in front by 3 points. In comes Roach. And the Tiger fans are happy with that result. Roach kicks his first goal. Richmond grab their 9-point lead back again after Collingwood's very quick start in the first 20 seconds of the final term.
Three-quarter time. Peter Welsh of Richmond into the interchange bench. Darryl Frean coming on, going to a half-forward flank with Jeff Rains now lining up on the wing, where Jeff Rains has not played in the centre at all today, Jack.
No, and Williams has had a picnic in there. Have to be one of Collingwood's best players, if not one of the best on the ground. Atkins gets the tap from the centre, taken by Wood, hand passing back out to Rawlings, the kick out wide, onto the half-forward flank. Sarah in hot pursuit, followed by Magro. Sarah lost it, picked up by Magro, who was being held. The umpire didn't see that. Magro punches the ball away to try and keep it in play. He's still playing it well. Got a little kick up towards the centre wing. Tempany's there, being held out by King. It comes through to Davis, punched on by Wood. Picked up here and hurriedly booted up by Olsen. It bounces rather badly, but Picken got a hand pass into Davis. Davis can give it to Irwin if he wishes. He goes for a goal, and he's got it. Good goal, kicked by Collingwood. By gee, there's some good football being played here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground in the final quarter. We've only been playing 3.5 minutes. We've seen 3 goals kicked, so that's football at its best on the MCG in front of a crowd of around about 50. For the day by Craig Davis.
Billy Picken having a hand in both of Collingwood goals, kicking one himself and giving that hand pass across to Davis.
Oh, this is anyone's game, this one, isn't it?
3 points the margin. 10-16, 11-7. Lee gets the tap. Missed by Jess. Got a bad bounce. Tapped on by Bartlett. Terry Smith of Richmond comes through. Tries to break through the pack. Forces the ball wide. Not a good piece of disposal, but Landy's there for the Tigers. Taps it towards Bartlett. He cops one too high. Called play on by the umpire. It's tapped out wide, where it's picked up by Weirmouth, and previously a free kick has gone the way of the Tigers, and it'll be Malthouse of Richmond.
Mickey Malthouse will be looking for Cloak, I would think. Placing the ball out wide, he's gone in that direction, but Lee's there to take the mark at centre half forward. Shouldn't be any fancy plays, giving it to Rawlings. The hand passes on, the kick dropping short. Roach couldn't get to it. McCormack was pushed in the back, and the umpire said the free kick would go to McCormack. I thought Lee would have gone back and taken the long kick into goal, Bob.
Yes, I think Roach was thinking that too, Jack.
Yeah, I think
that's why he was caught out of position.
I thought that.
Torpedo punt kick from McCormack on this occasion. Kink was in the front position, was tapped away. Mark Lee taps it to Rains. Rains puts the kick forward. Kevin Morris in the way, but can't take the mark. Freem tried to tap the ball across the ground. Picked up by Tony Shaw. Quick hand pass to Morris. Morris back towards Magro. Magro gives it on now to Olsen. Good play by the Collingwood defence as Olsen steadies, goes with the short pass. A well-directed kick finds Kick.
He played on quickly, had the ball taken away from him by Tempany. The kick down toward Cloak, can't take the mark. It bounces past all to Rollins, got the boot to it. A chance for Smith of Richmond. Going for the wide hand pass to Freem. Freem breaks away through one tackle. Got caught with the third one. Picked up by Atkins, gone out wide. Is a chance for Olsen. On the wing outer side, a loose man of Collingwood up there. Olsen got the hand pass working quickly.
Smith accepts that hand pass, gives it across to Tony Shaw. Shaw has time to steady, put the kick forward. It's not a good kick, it's dropping short. Landy couldn't take the mark. It's tapped on by Emmett Dunn over the boundary line, and so a throw-in will take place. I wonder whether Peter Moore might be injured, Jack. He spent quite a bit of time down in that forward pocket now.
He may be carrying some injury, Bob, but he can be a valuable player down there, of course, with his marking ability and good kicking, and also doing the ruck work down there.
Billy Picken takes it out, gives it to Dacos. Dacos across to Tony Shaw, a chance to make amends. The kick from Tony Shaw. He does make amends. It's full points. His first. Collingwood hit the front by 3 points as they go now to 12 goals, 7-79, with the Tigers on 10-16, 76.
And the Maggies take it out today. They've certainly got something to fire for. Ball bounced in the centre once again. Jess came through, can't pick it up cleanly. He follows through again. Tried to get a hand pass working. It favoured King, but he couldn't get to it in time. There was a chance there. Martin diving in for Richmond, couldn't pick it up. And the umpire said a bounce will take place in a position which is about 65 metres out from Collingwood's goal. The white line you see of the square there being 59 metres from goal on the MCG.
Mark Lee got the tap. Cream taps it on. Rollins comes through, couldn't quite get boot to ball. Morris of Richmond's there. It's back with Rollins again. His kick high in the air, out towards the half-forward flank. Kevin Bartlett waiting for the bounce. It bounces awkwardly for him. Atkin comes on the scene for Collingwood.
That's a throw.
A wild hand pass straight over the top. Missed by Mark Lee, accepted by Byrne of Collingwood. His kick high in the air towards centre wing. Strawn's there for the Tigers, can't take the mark. It's taken up here by Olsen. Over the top came Wood. Wood comes out with the ball, but not before the umpire decided they'd had a chance, and they'll bounce it to clear.
Time clock is approaching the 8-minute mark of the final term, which you're watching on 7's Big League. Collingwood in front of Richmond by 3 points, and in attack from the half-forward line. Mark Lee plays on with a hand pass to Tempany, and Tempany's kicked within 45 metres of the Richmond goal. It bounces in no man's land. Cloak first to it. Can he hook it back for a goal? He's hooked it back, but he's hooked it too far, and I think it may be through for one behind only. Not a bad attempt from Cloak, though. Just got a little bit too much onto it and hooked it through for a point. 2 points separate these two teams. Rivals for many, many years, of course, in Victorian football. Collingwood and Richmond. Richmond's home game at the MCG. McCormack's kick up toward the half-back line. The ball comes down to Stewart. Range a chance he can secure it. Can't get a hand pass away yet. Eventually got the ball out. There's a chance now for Welsh to take the mark. He takes the mark. Only 25 metres out from the Richmond goal. The angle won't be that acute, but you can see that bad patch of ground that he's on there. It's very, very soft, and you can see his boots going into it as he tries to walk back. It's pretty wet just there, Bob.
A very successful interchange with Sarah coming off the ground and Welsh back on, and that may have been what caught Stan Magro out of position.
May have been too, because Magro, I don't think he realised that Welsh was on the track. Welsh trying to put Richmond back in front. He has only 1 point, though, between these two sides here at the MCG. Exactly 9 minutes into the final term. The crowd, I would estimate, to be around about 50,000. Well, they should be enjoying it. If they're not, they're hard to please. McCormack up towards centre half back again. The sun could win the eyes of the players. No mark to Williams. It comes to turf. Still a big pack forming up. Cloak doing the heavy work. Oh, Cloak doing the heavy work in there. And a free kick will go the way of Williams.
Williams of Collingwood from half-back. Directs it out towards the centre wing. Craig Stewart there, hooks the ball over the top. It's Stewart and Mount. Both players fall. Strawn comes through for Richmond. Actually holds his opponent, Olsen, then pushes him in the back. So Olsen of Collingwood must get a free kick.
He'll take this free kick from the half-forward flank on the outer side, about 85 metres out from goal. He wouldn't score, of course, and be hopeful for Big Peter Moore that I spoke of before, but I can't see Moore down there on the square. He kicks up high. Packs it himself, and the mark has been claimed by King. But the umpire said a free kick going the way of Emmett Dunn, and a 15-metre penalty against King. I don't know why, because Emmett Dunn did take the ball.
Yes, it was the way it was thrown back, though, Jack.
They have to drive back nicely. There's the kick from Dunn up towards the centre of the ground. Cloak using his strength again into the pack. Couldn't take the mark. Malthouse in trouble. Can't get a kick out of the pack. Cloak comes out with it. Kicks it down towards Welsh opposed to Magro. Welsh did that well. Got Magro out of position. He shoots for goal again. This is close but not close enough. And Richmond off target once again for 10-19 to Collingwood 12 goals 7. It's that 3 behinds is kicked by, is it? Peter Welsh off target for 3 behinds from 3 set shots.
So scores level, 79 apiece, almost 11 minutes into the final term. Mark Lee pumps it on, knocked on by Rawlings. Bartlett comes on the scene, the left foot from Bartlett goes towards goal. A beautiful goal from Kevin Bartlett, and the Tigers 6 points in front.
Well, what a goal by Bartlett, about 40 metres out on the left foot. He knows where they are. He's kicked his second goal to put the Tigers 6 points up. Well, it's a great game you're watching from the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Richmond and Collingwood, 6 points between them. 11 minutes into the final term. Over 50-odd thousand people in attendance on a full round of matches, so it's certainly a drawing power here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground.
The bounce favours Moore. The tap for Moore. An awkward bounce for the player out there in Martin. A hand pass from Mount. Another bad bounce, this time for Cream. Stewart is legged. Full play on by the umpire though. William Mount burst through the pack. Good play, Ronnie William Mount. He goes for the short pass. A lovely kick finds Olsen.
He's out wide on the half-forward flank in toward Irwin, and Irwin takes the mark. That might be a 15-metre penalty, it may not. Yes, the umpire said it is. Brings Irwin within 35 metres of goal. He doesn't look that well. I don't suppose I would either if someone did that to me.
I think he's all right, Jack.
But I think he could be foxing too. Warwick Irwin.
He's got the 15 metres now.
Warwick Irwin within 35 metres of goal.
And could kick.
And a chance to score, to level the scores again. Richmond 11-19, Collingwood 12-7. No score on the board to Irwin as yet. No goals, that is. Irwin shoots toward goal. It's applauded by his teammates. It's a goal to Warwick Irwin. So the time clock shows 12.5 minutes have gone in this the final term. And the scoreboard reading now. Richmond 11-19, 85. Collingwood 13-7, 85.
Centre bounce. Moore wings the tap. It's taken by Jess. Jess showing strength to break away from the tackle. Drives the ball down. Bartlett's there. Oh, great effort to mark by his opponent. Bartlett sweeps on the ball. An uncharacteristic like kick from Kevin Bartlett. Goes over the boundary line on the full. And so Stan Magro with the free kick.
With scores level here at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. 13.5 minutes into the final term. Magro taking the kick for Collingwood from the full back or back pocket position. It's punched down the ground. Williams put the ball down. Could have been penalised. William Mount can't get it out cleanly. Rangers there. Hand passing back to Wood. He'll have to try and hook it back. Couldn't do so. Williams funded the kick. And we'll see a boundary throw in taking place on the half-forward flank for Richmond right in front of the Melbourne members stand. Scores level. Nervous excitement running through the crowd. Moore takes it out. The hand pass is meant for Craig Davis. Picking up well. The left foot kick is kept in play. Dacos can't take the mark. Tempting his kick is underground. Looking for Wood. Can't do much with it. The boundary umpire said another throw-in will take place on the wing position members' side of the ground. Scores level. 14 minutes into the final term. Richmond playing Collingwood at the MCG. And it's certainly an entertaining game of football. Mark Lee and Peter Moore.
Neither player a clear tap. It's picked up by Rawlings. He breaks away from the tackle. Desperate tackle by Wiedemann, not quite able to get there. No mark taken by the Collingwood defence, but quickly across to Byrne from Morris. Back now towards Byrne. The pack forms, and so umpire Smith quick to come on the scene and say, I'll bounce the ball. Half forward line for the Tigers, about 5 metres in from the boundary line in front of the Melbourne Cricket Club members.
Moore getting up in front. Got the tap to Morris. Morris getting through the pack, hand passing to Williams. Williams' left foot kick up toward the wing position. Stewart tried to tap it further forward, punched on by Tenpenny toward Rawlings. Can't pick it up cleanly. Got himself out of trouble with a hand pass to Malthouse, but he's in trouble. He goes down under the weight there of the opposition, and a bounce will take place here on the wing position members' side. Right on true centre wing, umpire Neville Nash will put it down. The ruckman to do the battle here will be Mark Lee. And who will oppose him? Stewart. Mount got up high. The ball tapped down past King towards Smith. He can't do much with it. Sarah does the tackling. Another bounce will be forced here and will be put up only about 5 metres away from the previous one. Thrown in the air, Stewart and Lee. Lee got the tap down. It favours Tony Shaw. He can get the left foot to it if he's quick enough. Out of bounds on the full will be the result of that. And a free kick going Richmond's way. The free kick, Tony Shaw going crook at the umpire there, saying he was out of bounds before he kicked it. If that was the case, he shouldn't have kicked.
So Terry Smith towards centre half forward. Mark Lee in the front position. No mark taken. Tapped on by Welsh to Cloak, looking for Jess, but it was taken away in good style by Ray Byrne. Byrne's kick up towards centre wing where it's Malthouse and Craig Davis. Malthouse punches the ball away. Then I thought was hanging on to Davis. Rains comes on the scene. The hand pass to Strawn from the centre of the ground. The Tiger full back puts a long kick over centre half forward. Up high was Rhodes, comes out foot now, but Sarah couldn't gain possession. Desperate football again by the Collingwood defenders to throw the ball out, but it goes against the Collingwood defence.
You called it right, Bob. Threw the ball out. Umpire Kevin Smith agreed with you. So it will be a free kick here, going the way of Richmond, to be taken by Paul Sarah, who is no slouch with the football. Olsen giving away that free kick to Richmond. Sarah going for his third goal. The umpire indicating the line which he has to take to score. Sarah out 45 metres. Ground's fairly dry where he is. He's normally a good kick. Won the game last week for Richmond against St Kilda. This one's up very high. Will it carry? No, not quite. Or did it? The umpires confer. What is it? What is it? Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Big conflap going on. It is a mark to Stewart right on the goal line. So Richmond were that close to a goal there, but it's been taken away from them now. No, it's Picken.
So Picken, 1 minute at centre half forward, now back in defence again. Punched away by Jess. Strong play as Brian Wood tries to burst through, gives a quick hand pass. He was looking for Bartlett, intercepted by Tony Shaw. Across now to Smith. Andrew Smith's kick forward. Up high was Mount, couldn't take the mark. It's picked up by Tempany. He's tackled too high, and so we'll get the free kick.
Bruce Tempany from the wing position outer side should put the ball down long into toward Roach. Roach is taking off behind the fullback here. I don't know whether that's good tactics or not.
Bad defence down there by Collingwood. Stan Magro being forced to leave his man, Peter Welsh, and come across to take the mark of Sarah. All Sarah from half forward. Kicks off the side of the boot. Dropping short. Morris in position. I felt got a push in the back. That ball play on as we find Rawlings can't handle the ball cleanly. Runs into Martin, his own teammate. Tap wide. Picked up again. Eventually Smith gives a hand pass to Magro. In towards the centre. Malthouse coming across, showing strength. Puts the short kick forward. Rawlings coming across. Couldn't quite get to it to take the mark. Still playing the ball low. Cost one too high, and he'll take the free kick.
I don't think the players could do much about that. Rawlings dived back to try and gain possession, and I think the boot of Rearmouth trailed across his shoulder.
The Collingwood forward half of the centre, I'll call it, with only two players in it. Atkin and Emma Dunn.
And back to Rawlings with the ball. Richmond in attack. Scores a level here at the MCG. Players set themselves. Welsh picks up the crumb. Bartlett called for it as you saw, but Welsh backs himself to score. He does. Runs through for one behind. I don't know whether that ball was going through or not. I don't think it was. Sarah tried to grab it and only 1 point result. So Richmond in front by 1 point. 19 minutes into the final term. Welsh brings up his 4th point for the day.
Peter McCormack. Stewart in the front position. Was punched away by Mount. Straight to Wearmouth. He was tackled too high. And this time it's Collingwood's free kick by little Ronnie Wearmouth.
The Richmond fans called for holding the ball, but now we'll see Picken put Collingwood into attack from the centre of the ground. The kick from Picken, not a long one. It does favour Shaw. He can't take the mark, though. Strawn brings the ball away from the half-back line, crossing the centre line with the kick that travels down toward the half-forward zone for Richmond. Jess got up to do the spoiling. In fact, they all went down. Magro picks up nicely, gave the ball to Peter Moore. Peter Moore thought of a hand pass, now changes his mind and puts Collingwood into attack. That's kicked all by himself. Tempany getting back, could have been a free kick to keep, and that has been paid.
So Renee Kink from half-forward line. Atkin calling for the ball almost in the goal square. Kink not seeing him. Now Rene King goes for the long kick, looking towards Atkin. Craig Stewart in the front position. Stewart brings it down. Couldn't take it on the second grab. Atkin comes through. Has the ball taken away there by Rollins. He actually grabbed Rollins by the foot, and so Barry Rollins will put the ball out of the real danger area.
And he's going very wide to the outer side where the leaders come from Sarah. He's got right up to the half-back flank, taking the mark in that position. He's looking for a lead downfield. I don't think there's many people home. The ball is delivered out wide, in fact, nearly over the boundary line. It's getting very, very close. Indeed, I think I was right the first time. The bounce, getting it over the boundary line, and the throw-in will take place on the practice cricket area on the outer side. On the half-forward flank for Richmond, in a position about 75 to 80 metres out from goal. The two giant ruckmen come in. Moore got a hand pass working, got himself out of trouble. Looked for Tony Shaw. The tackle came on, but it's Richmond into attack through Rains.
The long kick from Rains bounces just before the boundary line, so we'll find another throw-in to take place, this time around about 40 metres around from the Richmond goal. 86 to 85. 21 minutes have gone in the final term as Peter Moore and Mark Lee compete for the boundary throw-in. Lee wins the tap. Almost taken by Smith, but repulsing the attack is Irwin of Collingwood. Puts the long kick right out of the danger area, up to centre wing. Mount gets the ball out wide towards Rains. Rains under pressure, gets the hand pass in the air. Picked up by Tempany. The long hand pass from Tempany finds Jess. Jess gives it on, but misses the play it was meant for, and that was Rollins. It's backed up by Malthouse. He puts it straight down the ground. Then a great mark by Peter Moore over the top.
Peter Moore taking that mark to turn Richmond out, going out wide to Irwin, who's by himself on the outer side half-back flank area. Another short is on. Richmond not picking up their men. Smith getting away from the opposition on this occasion, taking the mark on centre wing. Putting the ball up toward the half-forward zone, looking for Stewart. Up goes Mount. Couldn't bring the ball down, though. As players leap in the air, Stewart has been awarded the free kick, I would feel, for in the back. And the umpire now telling him to play on. He's run across the mark. So he puts the ball in towards centre half forward. The pack go up, drawn into the back of the opposition. As Wearmouth picking up the Collingwood hand, passing out to Irwin. Irwin into the forward pocket. A chance there.
As Atkins screws the ball over the shoulder, he put it out of bounds on the full, I think because it was smothered. So we'll find a boundary throw-in to take place, that ball being touched either after Atkins had kicked the ball or he'd gone over the boundary line before getting boot to it.
Richmond in front by 1 point. Collingwood in attack from their forward pocket at this boundary throw-in. Atkins doing the work there. Mount came over the top. Came up very high. Martin's kick didn't go anywhere. Wearmouth caught in possession. The hand pass comes out. It's rough and tough down there in the Collingwood forward pocket. And umpire Neville Nash said a bounce will be effected only 30 metres out from the Collingwood goal. The time clock getting around toward the 23-minute mark. You're watching the final quarter of the big game at the MCG between Collingwood and Richmond. And
Tony Shaw putting the ball forward. Play on. It's called play on. Umpire Neville Nash in position to see that. And well, to me it looked very much like a mark. But
just touched the ground, Bob, before he got to it.
I think the way Craig Davis gave it back, it must have, Jack.
Well, this is only 15 metres out from the Collingwood goal where you see this bounce taking place. If Collingwood get a goal here, they go 5 points in front.
Emmett Dunn getting the tap wide. Missed out there by Martin. Another pack forming. And umpire Neville Nash not having much choice but to bounce it once again.
There's a big pack around this ball and it goes down this time. About 20 players by the looks of things. Down it goes and in they come. Emmett Dunn got the tap to the side. Malthouse got it through a little bit. Picked up by Martin. The hand pass comes into Wood, who's caught in possession. The hand pass not a good one. Knocked on by Martin away from Shaw. Good football. He tried to get it back to Bartlett and did so with some success. The kick from Bartlett over the fence though. And it will be a free kick going the way of Collingwood's Wiedemann. So Wiedemann is on the half-back flank on the outer side. As the minutes tick by, I won't say there's no chance for Collingwood because there's only 1 point in it. All they have to do is get it up there quickly and get a goal. 24 minutes have gone in this, the final quarter.
Mark Wiedemann puts a lovely kick forward. No mark taken. It's off the hands of the pack. Sarah of Richmond puts the long kick towards centre half forward. Punched away by Welsh. Peter Moore first on the scene. Gives the hand pass across. The tackle too high against Mark Wiedemann. And once again he'll take the free kick. Gives it on to Peter Moore with a hand pass. Moore's short kick towards Warwick Irwin. Bounces truly. The hand pass comes over the top to Smith. The left footer gets out of it by going onto that left foot. Straightens up. Puts the long kick towards centre half forward. Hopeful of a mark from the Collingwood forwards. Not forthcoming. Desperate play by the Richmond defence at time by Timpany. And another ball up will take place.
We're nearly 25 minutes now into the final quarter. Richmond lead Collingwood by 1 point at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, and Collingwood in attack only 35 metres out from goal. Emmett Dunn looking for Wood. Players go down. It was Tony Shaw going down in there, and umpire Neville Nash has certainly got some hot decisions to make down here. Collingwood only 40 metres out from goal. 1 point down to Richmond, and the time clock is now exactly 25 minutes into the quarter. Anything now is only time on. It won't be a lengthy quarter because we haven't had many goals kicked.
Tony Shaw's high kick over the shoulder. Kink coming across, a beautiful mark to Kink. Renee Kink has kicked 1 goal. The chance now of putting Collingwood in front or levelling the scores. In front if he kicks a goal, 5 points it'll be. And if he kicks 1 point, scores will be level.
Renee King with Collingwood's future in his boot, present. I say future, I'm talking their place in the 5. It's through. Collingwood in front by 5 points. Well, the big crowd at the Melbourne Cricket Ground going mad. Nearly 26 minutes now into the final term. Collingwood in front by 5 points. Can Richmond get down there to grab a goal, take it out by 1 point? It will not be a lengthy quarter. I wouldn't think it would go much more than around about 28 to 29 minutes. There hasn't been many goals kicked in this quarter. 6 goals. Down it goes. Lee got the tap. Richmond through range into attack. Into the forward pocket. Welsh there. Can't get it out. He's trying desperately. A bounce will take place 25 metres out from Richmond's goal.
Clock ticks away. 26 and a half minutes have gone. We're only 30 metres out from the Richmond goal.
And the ball thrown up in that mud patch. Hooked down. No one can get it out. I think Collingwood will try and smother this ball as much as possible because they know quite well that time is running out for Richmond now.
During this final term of football, the lead has changed 4 times and their scores have been level on 2 occasions as Tony Shaw puts the ball forward. Tiffany of Richmond takes the mark. Tiffany should go long and in a hurry.
They need Roach. They need Roach.
The ball got short, no mark taken. Bartlett swoops on it, can't get clear of the pack. It's picked up by Magro. The hand pass from Magro, across now to Kevin Morris. He left the ball behind him. Martello comes on the scene. The hand pass over the top of his head. Moore claps it over the boundary line. So a throw-in will take place about 30 metres around from the behind post. Still in the forward pocket for Richmond.
27 and a half minutes gone. The final quarter. Collingwood in front by 5 points. Richmond in attack. Smith can't get it out. There's still a pack of players down there. Irwin runs into a brick wall, gave it out there, and it ricochets off their players over the boundary line. So Richmond still have a chance, Bob. About 35 to 40 metres out from goal. They need their rovers to gain this boundary throw-in. Been punched out by range. Here's a chance now. There's a chance for Smith. The goals are open. He's missed it. He's missed it from 15 metres out. And range is saying, what are you doing? So Collingwood off the hook there. The goals are open. Smith was only 15 metres out, and he hooked it. Collingwood in front. Didn't even score. 5 points still the difference. Williams into the back of the opposition. Could have been a free kick. It will be.
So Raines playing in the centre now. There's only 6 minutes into the last quarter that Raines went to the centre. A lovely kick from Jeff Raines. One for the high flyers. Jimmy Jessup high. Couldn't take the mark. Tony Shaw grabs it. Smothered off the boot. Landy comes out from Richmond. His kick high in the air towards the forward pocket. Sarah's smothered down there. It's punched away by the Collingwood defence. It goes over the boundary line. Another boundary throw-in to take place. 28 and a half minutes have ticked around as the Tigers desperately try and gain that 5 points. There's a grab by Sarah, missed by Sarah, I should say. Welsh picks the ball up. Smith a chance to get the ball out. He's trying to do everything on his own though. It takes too long to get rid of the ball. And so the free kick will go the way of Mark Wiedemann, and you can be sure that he'll take all the time in the world and drive the ball as far as he can out of that last line of defence.
29 minutes have gone. The siren is just about due as the kick from Wiedemann travels toward the half-back line. Mount over the top, but the mark has been paid to Stewart in front. Stewart on the half-back line now for Collingwood, holding up play. Every second becomes vital now. Kick from Stewart. There's a siren! There's a siren at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, and Collingwood have run out winners over Richmond. Collingwood, through the agency of good kicking, 14 goals, 7, 91, have defeated Richmond 11 goals, 20, 86 points.